Hey guys, what's up? It's Ken, and I have a brand new video for you guys, and we're actually going to do something a little bit different. So, I'm actually going to do 2 movie reviews in one video. So, basically what happened was, I had saw The Green Knight, but then when I recorded everything and stuff like that, the audio, there was no sound. So, that was a bummer. But also last night, I actually had watched The Suicide Squad, and I actually thought that was really good. So I thought I would go and share my thoughts on these movies with you within a little short 2-minute interval. I'll spend 2 minutes on each movie, and I'll give you guys some of the gist of my thoughts and what I felt about it, and why I think that you guys should want to check it out or just pass on it. But anyways, let's get started. So for our first movie, it will be The Green Knight. So The Green Knight was this dark fantasy movie starring Dave Patel, Joel Edgerton, and Alicia Vikander, and the movie was directed by Dave Lowery. I actually really enjoyed this movie a lot. I thought it was very different than all the other fantasy movies that I've seen in the past, because I feel like now in the 2010s and also like the 2020s now, we get like, we're kind of into this whole entire fantasy of just like, oh yeah, Lord of the Rings-esque, Harry Potter-esque, and Game of Thrones-esque. But this one felt really different in its tone. It felt really gritty and yet also old. The movie is most definitely based on a theory and legend, also story of Gawain, one of Arthur's knights on his round table, and he is given challenge to go and cut this mystical Green Knight that came to their table basically. And he chops off his head basically, and now that the Green Knight tells him, okay, cool, so now I have 1 year for me to come do the exact same thing for you. And so it's basically Gawain like preparing for this meeting with the Green Knight. And yeah, the movie kind of just goes from there. It's very I'm not sure I would say psychological, but it's a very trying movie. I would say it was like if The Revenant had mixed with Lord of the Rings, and that's just how it felt. It was very gritty. It was very dark in a way, not like dark within subject matter, but just dark within tone in a way. And the movie is shot incredibly well. I thought this had to be one of the most beautiful movies I've seen all year. But then again, the movie was like distributed by A24, so you can't, like, their quality of movies has never really petered off at me at all, except for maybe like It Comes at Night, which I thought was a waste of time. But I digress. Anyways, The Green Knight also stars Dev Patel as the lead actor. And Dev Patel was always an actor that I never really paid attention to. I did see Slumdog Millionaire or whatever. I thought it was good. I thought he was good in it. I remember watching it with my mom a long time ago. But I also remember that he was also in Chappie too, which I actually forgot about Chappie, which was actually a really good movie. But Dev Patel after this movie is actually an actor now that I will actually be keeping an eye out for now on now, because his performance in this movie was actually really good. It had to be a very physical role, I would say, for him to do, because like a lot of things he was doing, he was basically acting by himself in a way. And so for the ability for him to be able to carry a movie all by himself was something that I thought was very impressive. So the other two big name actors were Joel Edgerton and Alicia Vikander. They play a role in the movie that I really don't want to spoil for you guys, but it was good enough. But I also felt that like it kind of stayed a little bit too long in a way, which kind of have made it like a little bit ishish for me in a way. I just like, my only complaint about this movie is that like it felt like the second part of this movie kind of meandered a little bit in a way. But all in all, this movie is actually really good too. It's kind of a breath of fresh air when it comes to the fantasy genre for sure. It may not be like as like bombastic as Game of Thrones, or maybe as like mythical and pretty like a Harry Potter movie, or any of the Sahara Chronicles, or any of those high fantasy YA TV shows out there right now. But this is actually a very different movie. I most definitely think that you should check it out for sure. So on my rating list of out of 5 stars, I will probably give this movie a good 4 stars. So I'll most definitely check it out with a chance. All right, for our second movie, it is The Suicide Squad, directed by James Gunn, starring Idris Elba, Margot Robbie, Jai Courtney, and a whole bunch of other actors in this movie that are really good. So The Suicide Squad, it kind of takes place after the first one, where Amanda Waller, played by Viola Davis, has like Task Force X infiltrate a South American country and stuff like that, due to the fact that they have a project that Amanda Waller does not want the people to know about. So this movie was directed by James Gunn. And if you know who James Gunn is, he directed the Guardians of the Galaxy movies, Slither. He also have produced the Belko Experiment. So basically, James Gunn knows how to go and create movies that will allow you to actually go and care for the characters in a way. And I think he did not drop the ball on this at all. And this movie was movie at some parts hilarious, filled with heart, and extremely gory, which are like the three things that I love in movies for sure, and it checked off all the boxes for sure. I would say that this one is leaps and bounds better than the first one for sure, because it actually had its very own identity and tone in a way, because that was like one thing that has always kind of like bugged me about the DC movies and stuff like that, because they always kind of stuck within the Dark Knight Christopher Nolan shadow, basically, so everything had to be dark and gritty in a way. But if you're a big comic book fan like me, you know that the DC universe is wild, and so I'm really happy that James Gunn actually had put some effort into the wild side of the DC universe within this movie. Idris Elba is really good for sure, and also John Cena as well. Like, they both play kind of the same character. Idris Elba plays a guy named Bloodsport, who is kind of like Deadshot, but he has a way cooler mask. And John Cena plays Peacemaker, and Peacemaker is basically what would happen when any like comment section patriot became like a superhero vigilante, and he's just that. He's really funny in this movie too, and I thought John Cena was actually a really great actor in this movie as well. Margot Robbie kills it always as Harley Quinn. I feel like this is just like her role basically. When Margot Robbie leaves Harley Quinn, I'm not sure when it's gonna happen. She's going to be she's going to be in that high regard as Christopher Reeves is as Superman, because no one can just top their performance. Like even in David Ayer's Suicide Squad, she was always the best part of that movie, as well as Birds of Prey, which I actually feel was actually really slept on anyway. But she kills it in this movie, and her performance is really good as well. The other actors in this movie are really good. King Shark had to be my favorite one in this movie, which is kind of like think a Groot from Guardians of the Galaxy, but way more violent and a little bit more stupider in a way. I mean, then again, Groot really wasn't stupid. He just, no one could understand him in a way. But King Shark is most definitely a big standout. That and Polka Dot Man, because Polka Dot Man in this movie, his background in this movie is so wild and actually really funny, yet dark at the same time, that he's actually going to be a big standout as well. All in all, if I had to go and say for Suicide Squad, I would give it a 4.5 out of 5. And so yeah, those are the end of my 2 movie reviews. I hope you guys can go and check them out, and I hope you guys enjoy them. And like before, my name is Kenny Atomic, so please be sure to like, share, and twerk on that subscribe button. Also, please be sure to ring the bell for notifications on when I post new movie reviews or videos on Spider-Man or list videos or whatever, so you guys can go and keep informed on what I do. And I hope you guys have a great day, and peace.